Hey everyone, welcome back to Press Start to Play, India's #1 video game podcast. And आज यार it's me Manas and मेरे साथ Darren है. Darren, hi
Just the
बोल दे.
boys. Just the young boys.
Yes. And we're here to talk about Street Fighter 6. Fighting games यार मैं ज़्यादा I don't really get into them unless they're very pretty looking, जैसे Dragon Ball Fighters था. That was awesome and very simple to play. तुम कुछ भी करके flashy moves कर सकते हो. But I'm curious क्योंकि Street Fighter is I feel काफी easier भी मॉडर्नाइज कर दिया इस बारी. And I enjoyed 5 ठीक ठाक अमाउंट एंजॉय किया था बिकॉज ऑफिस आई वाज एट द ऑफिस ना उस टाइम गेमिंग सेंटर में.
Oh yeah.
तो हम साथ में बैठ के दैट वाज एनीवेज ना माइंडलेस फन मजा आ रहा. तो आई हैड नो कंप्लेंट्स with it, but I have heard a lot of complaints about 5 and I have heard that 6 is a lot better. So Darren, you've been playing, you're the expert, tell us.
I've been playing. आज कोई सबको बोला भाई स्ट्रीट फाइटर रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, आ जाओ. सबने बोला कि नहीं हमें नहीं सुनना ये
नहीं सुनना.
ऐसे मानो से रेसलिंग सुन के मना कर देते हैं. उन्होंने मना कर दिया था. बट नहीं, स्ट्रीट फाइटर 6 आई थिंक आई हैव पुट इन. मैं अभी जस्ट टीम देख ही रहा था. आई हैव 15 आवर्स अभी नॉर्मल वाले पे, एंड ओपन बीटा पे आई हैड 8 आवर्स. तो मान लो 24 आवर्स के अराउंड आई हैव इन द गेम so far overall. And let me start just visually. It's a PS5, Xbox Series X and PC game only, and visually it holds up. It is there in terms of looking pretty. Backgrounds वगैरह तो बहुत सुंदर लगते हैं fights में. Particle effects, all the weird spray paint का effect. Whenever you do the game का, there is a mechanic drive impact. Whenever you do it, there's a lot of colors flying around. So it's very well done. Characters look amazing इसमें. The if you watched any gameplay या कुछ भी ना YouTube पे जाके, तुम्हें नहीं भी देखना होगा ना, वहाँ पे किसी ने डाला होगा Cammy all outfits, super moves, and उसे thumbnail में it'll be the Cammy का butt. And it is when you're playing as these characters, right? You can if you're playing Cammy for example, and she goes for a kick and it is blocked, you can see her thighs ka muscle move, her butt ka muscle move. When you're playing Ryu, you can see his biceps get enlarged, and when he's punching you can see the ripples uske arm pe when he's punching. वैसे तो वैसे the muscle physics पता नहीं क्या करा है इन्होंने, बहुत ही cool बनाया है. And yeah, it looks good. It feels when you're hitting someone, it feels very good. इसमें there's a character called Marissa who's huge, बहुत बड़ी. She's big, strong woman, very powerful. And when the only reason I started playing her randomly was because uske moves are so powerful looking and so strong. She just punches you into the ground, literally jumps out and Superman punches into the ground, and it sounds so good, it looks so good. And I was like, yeah, this is what I was hoping for from this game. And they were like, ले लो यार, visually तो it's a treat. एक issue है बस PC पे भी, consoles पे तो it's fine because they use FSR. So hair rendering, hair looks a little bit, beard and hair looks a little off.
Yeah, you're right. I have it on the second monitor यहाँ पे and I can see. Yeah,
है ना? Even on PC, but that issue remains. Even though you don't have it on, you have मेरा सब कुछ maxed out है, and even then वो hair rendering थोड़ा सा अजीब है. I don't know why it is, but it is there. Not a big problem in a game like this, but when you're in World Tour mode, which I'll talk about अभी, story mode, उसमें दिखता है कभी-कभी close-ups वगैरह जब होते हैं, तब you can see that that's happening. But the game runs great. Console पे भी 60 FPS का option है that you can play it on. I think 120 का भी ऑप्शन है PS5 पे if you have a 120 Hz screen. तो वो सब ऑप्शंस है. Very smooth, no input delay. बटन दबा रहे हो स्क्रीन पे, it will immediately happen. Fast. I think so. There were some games that released, fighting games कुछ टाइम पहले, where PS पे the input lag was okay, PC पे input lag बहुत था. You would press a button and it would take a few seconds to punch. तो वैसा कुछ नहीं है. It's very good. So yeah, let's talk about World Tour, the story mode of the game, which is I think what everyone should play when you get the game. Especially if अगर तुम नया हो, you're कि hey, looks interesting, let me try it, तो सीधा World Tour में जाओ, online मत जाओ, because World Tour mode teaches you everything you need to know about the game. सबसे पहले तो it throws you into a character creator, Dark Souls से भी ज़्यादा तगड़ा, Saints Row का level almost, where you can customize everything, height, weight, forearm का length, ये वाला part का length, तुम्हारे गर्दन का length, forehead का सब, you can customize everything. You can make the most prettiest characters, या you can make the most ugliest characters. तुम्हें alien बनाना, तुम alien बना सकते हो उसमें. That's how fun it is. And I told Manas also abhi, the cool part is कि तुम्हारे जो body proportions है ना, they're actually they matter because they matter in the fight. So when you fight, if you have someone with long arms, तो तुम्हारा reach ज़्यादा होगा. Yeah, if you have somebody with long legs and short arms, so your punches won't reach and your combos won't connect. But if you start kicking with your long legs, so that will connect. So
Yeah.
ऐसा like they thought about it and made it fun because you can have fights like your avatar versus your friend or some random person का avatar can completely do it with all your upgrades. So World Tour mode is their Yakuza like RPG like mechanic वाला world. Uh, I don't know कितने कितने बूढ़े लोग हैं हमारे audience में, but if you've played Mortal Kombat Deception, I think, which had a पूरा like a semi-open world where you could run around, पूरा day night cycle था उसमें, वैसा type का game है, or you can swap between day and night, and you have like two major hubs. You have Metro City, which is like New York, and Neshal, which is like almost like Rajasthan type. Like it is almost India. I think it is meant to be India, and it's almost like very orange Rajasthan like area hai wo. And you like you can roam around there, do side missions वगैरह. But the whole point of the game is to meet the legends as they call them, like Ryu, Ken, all of them, and learn from them and do their like side quests while also progressing the main story. Now main story is pretty very basic, not like Injustice type. You have a character who wants to get stronger, and that's why you sign up with Luke, who is the first character you meet. And there is like a rival character that you have who is also a student under him. But after the first like 30 minutes, something, that rival character leaves and says, Ki, nahi, I want to get strong right now. मेरे को time ही लगाना to get strong. And he leaves कि I have something important to do, मैं जा रहा हूँ. And you continue to like be under that under Luke, and then he's like, okay, go to Chinatown, meet Chun Li, and Chun Li says Sikho. So you can go to all these places slowly, and the world opens up. So once you do this initial tutorial, the story also progresses, but story mein there's not much happening unless you're like a big fan of Capcom games, जैसे Final Fight, SNK games. So you might recognize some characters जैसे Mike Hagar, who is the mayor of Metro City, ex-mayor, जिसका बड़ा सा statue है. And you might hear about the mayor Cody, who is also a character. You might hear about Thrasher, who is a villain from Final Fight. So all these old school callbacks hai. A lot of these, mentions, references, characters from other Capcom ka fighting games are there. But unless if you don't know them, तो not a problem. They're just part of the story, and you talk to them thoda bahut, and you progress. Like every quest is talk to someone, go fight someone, beat them up, get items, come back, talk to someone. But it's not boring because the game is actively teaching you new things as you go. So when you start up, the game will default to modern controls, which is a new control scheme, which is recommended to play with like on a keyboard or on a controller, because newcomers struggle in fighting games with motion inputs, like doing a half circle forward, quarter
Yeah,
circle
yeah.
forward, because you miss input it. So इन्होंने क्या करा, they removed that, and they just put it कि you put in forward and plus the special move button, and it will come out. So you don't have to put that motion in. And the game starts off with that in World Tour mode, teaching you how to use that, how to use the auto combo, how to mix things up, all of that, and it slowly builds on that. तो वहां से start होता है, and then the game has a lot of mechanics in it. So it starts you off with a very small range. You have limited moves, and you learn. And as you learn, your master will give you new moves. He'll give you like a Hadouken type move. So then, okay, when you press the button, Hadouken comes out. So then you learn how to use that in fights. Then after you level up a little bit more, then he'll give you another move. Then it'll teach you, okay, how to combo. Then it'll teach you, okay, how to throw. Then it'll teach you how to block. Like there'll be challenges like by side characters ki, hey, 10 seconds hai, just block all my moves. और कुछ नहीं करना, don't attack, just block. So in that, the game is teaching you how to block. Then there are mini games to earn money in. Basically, if you want to buy cosmetics, you want to buy gifts to up your relationships with your masters, वगैरह वगैरह, you pay money in game currency, not microtransaction based. You can do jobs. Like jobs include like chopping up wooden boards, जैसे like karate movie में करते हैं ना. So that teaches you how to move from side to side of the screen fast and hitting both up and low. Then there is a move that teaches you charge motions. Basically, charge motion is you hold left and then you input right plus a button to do a move. And it's very like it can be difficult for newcomers to learn charge motions. They're called. So the game has a mini game where it teaches you how to do that. So there will be like a a stack of bottles for recycling coming in, and niche there is a bar, so it will tell you, okay, hold left, and then you hold left and it'll charge up, and just as it charges up, it'll say, okay, move right and press a button. So you do that, and your character will like chop the bottles in half if you do it successfully. So as it's teaching you charge motion, then there is a mini game to make pizza, which teaches you how to do motion inputs. So it'll show you, okay, down,
Oh,
diagonal, forward, and then the button of like a button, so that you're learning how to do the motion inputs in a very relaxed, fun environment like this. Testing it out. If you fail, nothing matters. There's no person being hit, no pressure. You're just doing this, and even if you fail, you get money. You can immediately try it again, and the better you do, the more money you get, and you can like spend on cosmetics. Um, so it's very good in that way. It teaches you a lot of the basics. It teaches you how to play the game. Like there are enemies who are drones, so basically to hit them they are flying up, so you have to jump and hit them. So that it's teaching you how to jump and hit enemies, because otherwise like jumping and hitting enemies can be complicated in fighting games.
yeah.
वो सिखा रहा है. And cosmetics के बारे में बात करते हुए, it is like an RPG light. So whatever items you unlock, cosmetics you unlock, they increase your stats. You some increase your punch power, kick power, some increase your special move ka power, some increase your health, your defense. So it's always recommended to like keep buying new clothes to make yourself stronger. And you can also upgrade, like if you like certain clothes you can upgrade it also to better qualities with again in-game items वगैरह. And you can also use transmog. So if you have a set that is very strong but looks like shit, you can easily unlock the transmog system. I think skill tree में पहला skill tree is like you have tournament brackets होते हैं ना, like they go 2 फिर 2 फिर 1 वैसे टाइप के, and the first one का end is unlocking a transmog system.
Okay.
So then you
So
can
it's
just
easy
mix
to
and
get.
yeah, it's very easy. Like just playing the game, you unlock skill points. You unlock skill points like plus 20 to your punch power, and it'll unlock. Then you move on to the next level, and then you have like as a tiers karke. So you keep unlocking them and moving. And as it happens, you then once you reach the top, then a new tree opens up. And if you want to reset that, that is also very easy. You can at any point reset those skills and
Okay.
respec your character. You can change your visual looks also at any point of time in the game. Just I think you have to pay some in-game currency again, and which is very easy to get. And once you're in, just you can it's the character creation screen wapas, so you can make any changes you want visual wale. Download someone else's character, which you can do. A
Yeah.
lot of people have done that. मैंने करा है. I'll send a screenshot या video of my Conan the Barbarian. So yeah, World Tour mode is a lot of fun. Best part यही है कि like for newcomers it is the best way to learn the game. Best way, क्योंकि in games like I don't know Injustice, Mortal Kombat, पुराने Street Fighter या Tekken games, वो ना starting में it tells you the moves, like it tells you the buttons, और ना उसके अलावा कुछ बताता नहीं है. First like mission में और first उसमें it will tell you everything कि oh this is how you block, ये रहा tutorial, and then it just leaves you to करो जो करना है. And each chapter like you will get a new character. Like Mortal Kombat में first you'll be Johnny, then you'll be Sonya, then Reptile, ऐसा.
Okay.
In this they've changed, they have the structure but they've made it in a way कि you get to choose. So like if you like Chun-Li ka moveset, you can stay with that moveset through the whole World Tour mode. If you want to experiment with multiple movesets, like oh you want to see how Ken ka moves work, so you can go learn from Ken, unlock his moves and say कि अच्छा मेरे को पसंद नहीं आया, immediately just press the there's like a menu to open your phone, which is like your basically in-game menu. Phone निकालो, उसमें जाके change settings, change master, and you change to like Chun-Li, Ken, Ryu, whoever you want, whoever you've unlocked, and immediately your moveset has changed.
अरे ये
So
सही है.
so you don't have to struggle like कि यार मेरे को ये पसंद नहीं आ रहा, तो why am I being forced to play in this move set? You
Yeah.
can change it anytime you want. Like it's also a good way to learn. Like let's say you think कि Cammy is the coolest character, you want to play as Cammy in the online part of the game. So you make Cammy your master, and then you have her basic skills, and as you level her up, you get her special moves as well. So when you're playing in World Tour mode in a very relaxed environment, you learn how to play her moves, how to combo her moves. So when you go into an online match, you already have that knowledge in you, like how to do it.
Yeah.
So again, great way to do that. And the game is constantly like step by step तेरे को नया नया moves दे रहा है. It's not throwing it all at once. It tells you, okay, here's drive rush, which is the main mechanic of Street Fighter 6. And इसमें like it gives it to you like 4 or 5 hours into World Tour mode, and then it explains how to use it. Then you meet side characters, they will give you missions. Okay, use drive rush this many times in the fight. Use it in this way. Use it in that way. All the different combinations you can use it. So again, you learn how to do it. So very cool. Also the masters, like, again, this game is set in the modern day, the smartphones are a thing, and if you have a master like Ryu, who is a hermit who does not know how to use phones, he still adds you on his, gives you his phone number, and randomly like तुम्हें text करता है, like how do I make my text go to the next line. Like ऐसे messages आते हैं, like they are very in character. Like if you're talking to Jury, she will suddenly message you out of the blue कि hey, I'm bored, make me laugh, tell me a joke. And your character will just type back like I don't know, and she's like, you're boring, die. And she'll stop messaging you. Like Cammy will message you and she's like, hey, I hope you're okay, and immediately message next ki, why aren't you responding back, are you really okay or are you hurt. Like their characters are like on display just through text messages, and it's super fun to
That's
see that.
awesome. Yeah.
Like a very unique way of seeing these characters that you've like probably seen a million times. और क्या है इसमें, like there's like so much to do in this world tour mode कि I think people, I'm 10 hours into it and I'm still like haven't met all the characters. Story तो start ही हुआ है ऐसा लग रहा है, like 8 hours in, but that's also because I'm doing side quests, which are very basic. उसके बाद let's talk about like the next big thing fighting game में to get better, which is the training mode, tutorial
Yeah.
mode. So this game has a very robust tutorial mode कि ना, you will be afraid when you first boot, like go into the training mode, because there are so many things. So first off, when you, there are I think 11 12 characters in the game. If you don't know like what to do, how they play, modern controls makes it easy to do the moves. But if you don't know what that character ka archetype is, like fighting games have character archetypes, like a zoner who stays far away, and like that's their range, they like to play from far away. You have like rush down characters who like to be close up and put pressure. You have characters like Ryu, classic Shoto they're called, who like have fireballs and all of that. So if you want to know like how to play these characters, there is an in-game character guide, which like it will just walk you through ki, okay, this is Ken, these are his like moves, this is his punches, these are his kicks. These are the kicks that you should use when you are in the neutral zone, because these are far reaching and they are safe. Then it'll tell you,
Yeah.
here is an easy combo. It'll just show you. Then it'll say, okay, to play Ken, you should be aggressive. This is how you should do it. Like be aggressive. He likes to play essay, put pressure on the opponent, and it'll give you good breakdown. If you go to a grappler character who likes to be close and grapple people, it'll tell you like, okay, these are the moves. This is how you can get into the closed space with them so that you can grapple them and beat them. So that is amazing. Any character you feel कि this looks interesting, let me use a character guide. देखो, if they look interesting, hop onto the either you have two options. You can hop onto the training, which is basic training, or you can do the combo trials. The combo trials sound scary, but they are the best way to see whether or not you are liking a character or it will fit with you or not. What it does is it has three categories. I think so. It has basic, beginner, advanced, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, and it will just show you the like buttons on screen of what you have to press in a training mode, and you just do that. So it'll start off with something very basic where you just have to press three buttons back to back. You like medium punch, heavy punch, and you do that and it'll say good job, बहुत बढ़िया, this is a combo, इसको याद कर लो. Then we'll move on to the next one, which is slightly more, उस पे कुछ add कर दिया होगा, like maybe a jumping attack and then that same combo. Then they'll say, okay, you've learned this combo, very good. Now let's learn how to do a Hadoken combo. So it'll do like, okay, punch and then do a Hadoken. So as it starts off very basic, and then it goes all the way up to super crazy moves that you will never do in an actual match. And Disco pro players also like took like 1 hour to like figure out how the fuck to do it, because they're like very complicated, a lot of buttons being pressed. So go into the training mode, basic wala kar lo, beginner wala, intermediate wala also very beginner friendly. Do those, see if the character clicks, and you will also learn moves that you can use in the fight once you start playing. And you want to practice situations like, okay, you're saying कि मैं मेरे को moves याद हो गए. अब I don't know when to use them. Like when you're in a fight, obviously you're not always going to be the one punching the other person. You have to block as well. You
Yeah.
have to like counter the other person as well. So to make that easier, the game has preset training modes. Where you go into the training mode, you open the menu up. The menu has like various bars up top, which I'll record so you can see on screen. And you go into preset mode, and wahan pe there'll be anti-air, which teaches you basically the AI will just jump into you randomly, like it'll either jump up or it'll jump in towards you. So it is training you how to punch them out of the air using
Okay.
like your anti-air move, so that in a match when it happens, your muscle memory kicks in. There are punish training where basically you are meant to block the other person's attack and then immediately counter attack with a combo of your own, so that again putting you in that situation so that you learn how to do it. Muscle memory aa so that in a match you're not fumbling around. Yeah, you're not panicking ki, oh shit, ab kya karu, ab maine block kar diya, I have an opening but kya karu. They have bunch of training presets aise. Then you can obviously record your own, like your best friend does a like a very specific attack, and you want to learn how to counter it. You record that as the AI, and then you can practice against it. Just that loop of the AI doing that same move over and over, and you can like counter against it or practice against it. You want to like learn a combo that happens after you do a finishing like super art, like तुम्हारा main finishing attack के बाद, which has a big cutscene, उसके बाद you want to practice it, but you don't want to watch the cutscene over and over. There is a save preset button जैसे emulators में होता है, where you just press the button and it saves the state वहाँ पे. So when
Oh
you hit
shit.
load, it immediately loads there, and you can like start it from there. So you can like
And you can have it like a separate save key if you want to go back to it later कभी भी ऐसा option है?
that's it's only in training mode, so it's for practicing your moves,
Got it.
combos, and it's like I don't think you can save it as a preset, but it's like you can make your own scenario very easily and
Yeah.
save it also. I'm sure you can do that. So like instead of waiting like 8 seconds, 5 seconds, however time it is for a cutscene to end, and then you go on a combo, you can just put it at the end of the cutscene, so that once it ends, you can immediately learn to do the combo instead of
Yeah.
waiting over and over. Very cool
ये
feature.
इतने quality of life features dude, it's great. ये तो
हाँ,
सही में they're going all out with it
बहुत
वाला.
बहुत like there are individual characters का like उसमें ना like moves and all that you can select. Okay, like some characters they can get buffs while fighting, they can like get stronger while fighting, that you have to build up. So in training, if you don't want to build it up manually, just go in, turn that setting on, and you're at max power, and you can then like practice the max power wale combos. You
Yeah.
want to change training में without leaving the training setting, you can just scroll down, change a character वहीं पे ही, and it'll immediately reload without you having to back out and come back in. So lot of amazing like training mode है इसमें. There is, I just want to touch upon this thing called frame data. If you don't know what that is, you're probably very new to fighting games or don't know fighting games. But thoda sa bhi khela hoga, you'll know frame data, which is essentially information that players use to know whether or not they can attack after another attack. Like to know whether or not you can combo into other attack, or to know when you should attack after the opponent finishes their moves. So this is like either it's a number. People say, "Oh, I'm plus frames after this attack," which means कि I can go faster. I'm faster than the opponent if I press a button now. So
Okay.
like when I was learning fighting games, Street Fighter 4 के time पे, and I think Tekken 5 के time पे, it was very confusing. I had to go to like an online website. Street Fighter 5 के time पे भी, I would have to go to an online website, see which moves are plus on attack, so that I would use those moves, which means they were safe to use. इसमें there is like a frame data bar. You turn it on, and you can see the bar when you press a button. It will show you like it's color coded, and it has grids. So you can see how much is your startup animation, which means you can get hit in that. How much are active frames, which means when your attack is out. So if the opponent ka hitbox touches, that's when they'll get hit. And the recovery frames to know how long it takes for you to be able to move again after the attack is done. And it gives you a number वहीं नीचे advantage करके लिखा advantage to show you like whether advantage or disadvantage, plus या minus में. So you can just immediately see कि अच्छा, if I press this button, I'm at advantage, which means I can probably spam this button. This is a negative, which means I probably shouldn't use this in a risky situation. तो ऐसा like it
Nice.
shows you everything. वहाँ पे colors का legend है settings में जाके. Settings के अंदर training mode का like a lot of things are explained training mode का कि what these settings do, how you can tailor it to your needs, to, if you want to practice something very specific. It's crazy, like the amount of detail जो डाले ना उन्होंने for new players and
Yeah.
people who are learning. बहुत ही amazing है. And then, like, once you're done with this, the only place to go is your online mode. There are two modes. Take it, let me tell you two modes. Ek is your battle hub, which is like a indoor stadium which has those arcade machines, where you can go and sit down, and another person can come and sit down, and then you fight. So that's there, which you can interact with other player avatars, वगैरह, buy, go to the shop, take part in tournaments, वगैरह. But you can also choose to not do that. Like, if you don't want to sit in the battle hub, look at other people fight, वगैरह, you can just be in the main menu. वहाँ पे जाके select ranked या casual, and it'll start matchmaking from the game का menu itself. From there, then you can go into training mode, practice mode, and the game is still matchmaking. The moment it finds a match, you will get into the game, and you can find a match, which is again great if you want to
अभी
hang
online
out.
did you start playing काफी? नहीं
I've
ना?
played a lot. Half my time has been online.
Oh shit, अच्छा you've been deep online. मुझे लगा you're doing the world tour.
नहीं, more than half of my time has been playing online.
And how's it like for you? You're so good at it, man.
No, not good at it. I'm playing with my fight stick and I'm playing on classic. So, like I mentioned, the game has modern controls for newcomers. It has classic, which is the old school motion inputs and 6 button layout, and it has something called dynamic, which is
Okay.
only available in offline, which is for very casual players who want to button mash. उन्हें उन्हें उतना भी दिमाग लगाना नहीं to see ना कि like how to combo वगैरह. You just spam a button, it will auto combo, do all the flashy moves, etc. It's amazing, like for kids, for people, drunk people, to play. Like अगर तुम्हारे 5-6 दोस्त हैं and you just want to have a good time, mash buttons and play, you go into dynamic mode, and it's only available offline,
Okay.
not online. The other two, modern and classic, are available online and officially supported by Capcom in their tournaments. So even though
Oh,
like
okay.
modern makes it easier to play, it is very legal to use in their official
Oh,
tournaments.
they're really pushing for it, huh? Awesome.
Yeah, they want more people to play. Only disadvantage is ki you do slightly less damage and you lose access to a few moves. But then it's a good trade-off to like learn the game and to like have fun with it without
Get
worrying about
started, yeah.
inputs and all. Yeah. So like you have that option, and whenever you're matchmaking, it'll show you what the person is using, classic or modern. There'll be like a purple C or an orange M, and like you'll see the player ka वगैरह वगैरह information, like where they are, ping कितना है वगैरह. So first, let me talk about the online matchmaking, which is amazing. Most problem fighting is में आता है कि you do not find people. Yeah, if you find them, they are like in Europe, America, especially if you're from India. तो ping 150 200 ही करीब होता
Yeah.
है. I've been playing matches 250 ping के साथ, where it has been a very smooth experience. कोई lag कुछ नहीं.
Oh,
इतना इतना बढ़िया. It's, and you can see the Wi-Fi indicator कि they are on 1 bar connection, एकदम shitty connection, 250 ping, and the game is still smooth to play. No lag or anything.
yeah, how are they doing that?
I don't know. Like their rollback netcode is very good. The only issues I had was when I was playing with someone with 1 bar connection who was from somewhere from South America कहीं पे, whose ping was like 350 360.
Okay.
And उसके साथ I had slight lag issue where कभी कभी they would slightly teleport आगे पीछे or the move would come out very late. But that's it. Like otherwise, I'm playing against people from UK, US, randoms, and it's a smooth experience. Matchmaking also very good. I would recommend ranked mode starting me, because it puts you against similar ranked players, new players, and you can actually like get a chance to be bad at the game and like not worry about it. So online also amazing, which I would highly recommend after, like if you're bored or if you are done with World Tour, to check that out and see how you place against the other players, because it's a very good experience. Ping का issue नहीं है. Modern controls भी चलते हैं. Pick whoever you want, and if you're worried about losing your rank, each character that you play, like Ken has his own rank. So
Oh,
if you're playing as Ken and you place as Diamond and you don't know how to play Ryu, he won't Ken ka diamond won't move. Ryu will get placed into like silver or something. So you
got it.
you don't have to worry about like making a new account to try out new characters or losing your rank. So yeah, online also amazing, very smooth, lot of people playing it. Street Fighter 6, Good pick for fantasy critic from my end. World Tour mode, definitely go and play it. Very good to learn fighting games for
What
newcomers.
score would you give it, Darren? Out of
10 out
10?
of 10.
10 out? Oh shit,
नहीं,
that good, huh?
I would give it 9 out of 10. Only 10 out of 10 नहीं दे रहा मैं because I feel like there are some fun modes missing. Like Tekken has Tekken bowling. Yeah, Tekken 3 में Tekken
Okay.
volleyball था. So that is not there. There is an extreme battle mode which has like moon gravity, or it has like a bull rushing through and like stupid like party game wala things, which is fun. But I wish they had like something more extra. This is me just nitpicking. And I also wish they had a few of my characters that I wanted to play that are not there, that might come in later as DLC. But yeah, this is a 9.5 game. Like, very good fighting games should be like this going forward, and I hope they are like this.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'll be trying it out tonight, hopefully. But I don't think I'll like ज़्यादा मैं stick करूँगा इसके साथ. But I do want to try it and have some fun with it.
बहुत fun है, बहुत fun है.
All right.
I think that
With
wraps it up.
that, yeah, with that, we're at the end of the video. Bhai log, thank you so much for watching. If you're playing Street Fighter 6, we would all like to hear from you. Comments में डाल दो कुछ. Like तो कर ही दो. Once again,
Yeah.
PSA है कि we'll be live a lot later this week, Friday. I think Thursday रात से शुरू करेंगे with
Yeah.
Summer Games Fest and then फिर Bethesda Showcase and all that. Ubisoft.
Thursday 11:30 p.m.
Yeah. Thursday night be there. शुरू करेंगे वहाँ से the E3 season begins. All right.
Rest in peace.
Chalo. With that, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye everyone.